Daniel can fight like Naka for $19.99 plus tax. Okay, so we have all these chess courses. So we have the Black Lion. You've got the Killer Dutch rebooted. Jobava London System, Four Horsemen. All sorts of different things. We can keep scrolling down. I'm just looking. Actually, where's my book? Fight like Nakamura. Does that work? Okay, there we go. So you see, actually, I searched for my name up in this box, Fight Like Nakamura, and you see Fight Like Nakamura, play 1 b3, Fight Like Kramnik, Fight Like Magnus, Tutorial, Fight Like Magnus, Fight 1 e4 like Caruana. Interesting. Not sure why I see Litau's Fight the Slav Defense show up, but anyway, we'll just click on my book first. So as you guys, I think, can see, be nimble, be quick, play 1 b3. In this exclusive new course, I Am Ahmad Al-Khatib presents a complete opening repertoire with an incredibly light study load, ideal for club players. An opening that's sound, flexible, and you can wheel out with confidence in both fast and slow time controls. Dynamic and easy to learn. Fight Like Nakamura details a setup-based repertoire inspired by Super GM and 2019 US champion Hikaru Nakamura's online games that can be deployed against practically anyone and anything, and will have you moving smoothly into the middle game with ease. Unfortunately, as you guys see, he must be confused. He must be confusing me with somebody else, because I didn't play 1b3 at all today. So anyway, as you see, I can keep reading on, but it's like it just talks about me. It says GMs Richard Rapport and Badur Jobava have regularly broken new ground with the Nimzo Larson in tournament play. Meanwhile, soon-to-be Chessable author Pantala Harikrishna has analyzed it in depth in his new Romantics column for Chess Informant. And at the very end, the best part is, it says, I'll read the last bit. It says, the Nimzo Larson attack is a simple, safe, yet subtly combative opening. Best of all, few players prepare against it. Well, look at my games on Twitch. That obviously is true. Does the move 1b3 offer white an opening advantage? Thank you, Lily Carizzi, for the raid with 78. Much appreciated. Hope all is going well in Georgia. So anyway, does the move 1b3 offer white an advantage? Not always, but much like the far better known London system setup for white, it allows you to dodge tons of theory and find yourself in interesting playable positions. And of course, to reach equality, Black has to know what he or she is doing. Not easy if you have no pre-prepared plan, as we've seen from my games on Twitch or on chess.com. Play 1 b3 is about being ready for an interesting middle game when the opening is over. Or when the opening is over, you can let your creative juices flow in rich positions. Thank you to K. Maxwell for the 14 months. And that says, don't be a player who just trots out well-worn lines everybody knows. Take up our challenge and become a 1 b3 new romantic like Rapport and Jobava and fight like Nakamura. So, pretty funny end there. But this is the course, so what we're going to do now is we're going to take a look at this. So I think I click on Browse. So as you'll see now, I have Twitch open on the OBS open, so I can tell if you guys see this. So you'll see there are, at the top, you see number 1, 2, 3, all the way down to number 18 and 21, in fact, and 23. One thing that I'm going to show you guys very quickly, I'm not going to do this, but I'm going to go back to the home page. One reason I'm not going to do the actual learn process, which is the best way to learn it, is because if you do the learn process, what happens is once you get to the end of the chapter, so you can read through, scroll through all these games and everything, is that once you get to the end, I am definitely promoting Chessable. I just thought it was a very funny end. But the problem with doing learn is that when I get to the end of the chapter, after the introductory games, you'll see the problem is, and the reason I'm not doing this in learn, is because what happens is that I have to literally play back every single move. So you see, it does the repetition, but I have to play every single move, and I don't want to have to deal with this, so we're not going to do it in learn mode. We're just going to go back and do it the normal way. Let me click on this. Let me reset it. Or wait, 1 second. Sorry, 1 second. We're going to do it just in browse mode because it's much simpler to do it that way. Since I'm obviously, for me, it doesn't. I don't need to. Do it. So this is Chessable. I think this book costs $19.99. So here we are in the list of contents. So you see A01. If I click on this, this is just the overview of the variations. So this is specifically like E5 D5 structure. So you'll see there's a line that goes out like. Actually, sorry. Let me click on line 1. Oh, actually, I'm not going to go through all the lines. But when I click on line 1, you'll see it shows all these lines with all the notes and what the various lines are. So there's this. Let me close this. Let me go back. So that's the overview of the variation. So we're going to go to the introductory game number 1. So let's see. So this is Martin van Cruijffs versus Klaas de Heer. And so let me turn my volume down. So this is the first game. So B3. I think this might be the first game ever played. Thank you CW55CW for the 15 months. Bishop B2, Knight 6 G3. I don't advocate the setup. This is playing it more like a hippopotamus, of course, which is a bit not how I would play this. I would play E3, which I think they do have actually. But the purpose, I think, of this first game in the book is to simply show you what people started out when they were playing this at the beginning. So, so this is just the first game. Nothing too special. I think this is from 1851. Again, C3. Those of you who've watched my stream a lot of times know that the correct way to play would be you'd play H3, A3, and so forth. Now, I can't like add moves because this is a book, so I can't show you on the board here. But yeah, you play H3, A3, B4, G4, Knight D2, Knight B3, or Knight G3, G5, H4, H5. Everybody here in chat, I think, has seen me play a hippo with white or black. So this is just the first game. Nothing really too special here, I think. I mean, somehow white's already better because black has misplayed it. But this game doesn't really have a whole lot of value. I think the purpose is just to show you a first introductory game. So let's just go to the next page. We'll go to introductory game number 2. You can do arrows. Let's see. Can you? No, you can't do arrows because it's a book. Like, you're supposed to read the book. You're not supposed to edit it. Obviously, that's like. Oh, you can click analysis board. Oh, I see. Okay, so yeah. So just very quickly to show you guys what I was referring to, since I think the game went something like this or something. I think it was something like this, and I think there was this position. What you would do is you would play H3, A3, B4, G4, Knight D2, Knight B3, Knight G3, G5, H4, H5, hit the bishop. Maybe play D4, C4 based on how black plays, depending, and maybe even C4. Actually, yeah, this looks kind of silly. All these notes. Sorry about that. Okay, so yeah, let's go back to the main board. Yeah, okay. I can create my own variation / book. True. Okay, so let's see if game 2 probably is more value. I think introductory game 2. The purpose behind this one is just like putting this is against black playing D5 C5. So E3, Knight C6, Bishop B5. No, but everybody knows who Nimzovich and Samish were. I've had this position on chess.com. If I took a gander, I would say at least 200 times probably. Go slower. So Bishop D7, Knight F3. Yeah, I mean, literally, I think I've had this position on chess.com like 200 times. If not more, at least. So Queen C7, castles, Knight takes D3. Of course, this is Nimzovich against Samish. These are slightly better players. E6, Knight D2. You see, of course, there are notes in here like black has developed the bishop modestly. One thing I like actually as I look through this is that you see like you don't get bogged down with like you see introductory games which you go through, but you don't see something. Let me give you an example. So let's say here you don't get bogged down where it's like the guy's like, well, black can play A6 or black can play bishop D6 or black can maybe even castle or play like H6 rook G8 G5 with bishop E7. You don't see anything like that. It's just like it's very simple, very straightforward. You don't have to deal with all this silly theory like I've seen in quite a few books. Now, obviously, it's geared towards lower players, so it's better. But it's kind of nice that you don't have to deal with this. So Knight BD2, Bishop E7 takes Knight E5. Now White can push the F pawn as well as release the Rook F4, Rook F3. Obviously, again, this is a position I think I've probably had at least 50 times online as well. So F4, Bishop E8, Rook F3, G3, G6, Queen G4. Okay, pretty classic game. Knight g5, of course, hitting e6 and h7. And here actually you notice there are the squares are highlighted, which is good. And of course it's just winning, so let's keep going on. Let's go to the next game, Introductory Game 3. Wait, sorry, next page. My mistake. Beth Larson versus Boris Spassky. So it's another introductory game. I think the point of all these introductory games is to show slightly different setups for black. Like this one is e5, knight c6. And in this one, Beth Larson played c4. I don't know about that. Again, I think I've had this position after c4, knight f6, probably 30 times against Daniel Naroditsky online, is my guess. Probably 30 times. But I always play g3 here, not knight f3. So knight f3, e4, knight d4, bishop c5. This actually, I think I've probably had this position against Daniel too. At least I'm sure I've had this position against Daniel at least 5 times, is my guess. I'm pretty sure I've had this against Daniel. I might have had this against Hofanissian a couple of times as well. I'm not sure. So bishop e2, f4, knight g4. And I think Larson probably got wrecked in this game. Yeah, h4, very nasty move. Takes, h3, rook g1, and then rook h1. Very, very nasty move by Boris Spassky. Takes, g2, rook f1. I think if you go rook g1, there's queen h4, queen h1. Yeah, there is. It says queen h4, king d1, queen h1. Yeah, this is just smashing for black. So rook f1, queen h4, king d1, gf1, and he resigns. I mean, obviously bishop f1. How do I do analysis board? Yeah, obviously bishop f1, bishop g4. If bishop e2, queen h1 is checkmate. If king c1, then black goes queen e1 check, queen d1, and that's also checkmate. So that's obviously very, very unpleasant. So that's why he resigns. So let's keep going. Next page. Very fitting that we have an introductory game which features Robert James Fisher, who today would be turning, I don't know, 70 maybe? When did he die? 2014? When did Robert James die? He died at 64. So I'm guessing he would be about 70. I think he's 2012. It was that long ago. It was 8 years? Wow. Or not 9 years? Yeah, 8 years. Crazy. This seems like a private stream for Daniel. Yeah, actually, Daniel probably will learn a lot out of this because this is all I ever play against him. E3. But see here, Ulf Andersson is a slightly inferior player to Daniel Naroditsky. He plays bishop e7. We all know that Daniel would not put up for this. He would just take the center right away. Probably play like a6 or bishop e6. Actually, you know what? I think I've had this position against Daniel probably like 5 or 10 times as well. So, I'm pretty sure that Daniel and I play this. It's like some like bishop d6, and I play like knight f3 and castle, and they're like queen g5 ideas. I really think we've had this position, which is pretty funny. So, let's go back. Okay, so Ulf Andersson, historically a better player than Daniel, but I mean, Daniel obviously a little bit more classed in the openings. He's more well versed, so. A3. I guess if I said that in Scandinavia, they'd probably chop my head off. So at least this is on Twitch. So A3, castles, queen c2, rook e8. Again, Daniel would definitely play d5, rook e8, d3, bishop f8, knight f3, a5, bishop e2. Now finally d5 is played. Who's Daniel? We're talking about Daniel Naroditsky, the wonderkind from San Francisco. Lives in Charlotte now. About like 26-20, I think. Daniel can fight like Naka for 1999 plus tax. Okay, that's a good one. Okay, so takes 95, knight bd2. But the problem is, unlike when Daniel and I played this, somehow black gets no attack, and the rook on e8, bishop f8 are fine, but white's got a very nice looking reverse Sicilian. So f6 castles, bishop e6, king h1. Very, very deep understanding from Bobby. Wow, 19. It doesn't say what year this game was, I don't think, but this is very deep. Very deep of Bobby to have thought of this king h1, rook g1, g4 idea in the 70s, because I feel like this is not You normally just go rook c1, rook d1, knight e4. King h1 is wow. King h1 is very deep by Bobby. For that time, King h1 is a great move. I think I've seen this game too. The more I look at it, but yeah, rook g1, knight e4, queen f7. Now g4, g6, rook g3, bishop g7, rook g1. Again, great understanding by Bobby. Really, really good understanding. Although I do wonder if this is actually good for white objectively, because g5 is going to be met by f5. You don't really have rook h3, so I'm not sure. Thank you, Rooks on 7th for the tier 1 sub. Thank you so much. So I'm not sure if you turn on engine, if it would say that this is actually great for white, but of course Bobby won this. So knight c5, bishop c8, knight h4. Trying to go knight f5, obviously, and take the g file and put pressure on the bishop on g7. Okay. Knight d7, knight e4. Oh, this is engine? Okay, so white's obviously much better here. Is white better here, though, I wonder? Wow, white is better, but much better than I thought. I thought white was better. I didn't think it would be like 0.5, but yeah, we'll turn off the engine. Oh, wait, is there a blunder here? Knight h4. Bobby is not the best because he played knight h4. He did not play h4, which h4, h5 actually makes a lot of sense here. So, knight h4, and now black is actually rook d5. Rook d5, wow. Strange move to play rook d5. Very strange move, but anyway, whatever. Knight d7, knight e4, knight f8, knight f5. Now, yeah, like, again, way too passive. Like, this whole knight b6 to d7 to f8. I mean, like, Daniel would never play like that because it's way too passive. Bishop e6, knight c5, knight e7. You just trade, and now, once you win this bishop on g7, it's all over for black. The whole king side is going to collapse here. And yeah, and d4, now bishop c4 is coming, and the whole position is just collapsing. So, I mean, yeah, this is from the Olympiad. Okay, I mean, I've seen the game. I don't think I actually saw it from the start because I thought it was just some kind of English. Because I vaguely recall it's rook g1, g4, but I don't think I saw the opening, which is why it didn't. At first, I didn't recognize it. So that was another introductory game. Let's keep going. Oh, is it it's Bobby Day. It's Bobby's birthday, so I guess it's only fitting that the last introductory game is also Bobby. So, e3. Okay, again, we see this line, which, like I've mentioned earlier, transposition. I've had this position a gajillion times. Knight d2. I wonder if I search chess.com, how many games would show up with this position? Because I'm sure, again, it's a position I've had like 100 times. So knight d7, queen g4, knight e5. See, I think usually when they play knight d7, I think I've played knight c6 and then e4 normally. I don't play queen g4, so maybe I'm learning something too now. So queen g4 takes, rook f3. Well, I guess for the ultimate truth, let's see. Is queen g4 the best move? Nope! Queen g4 is not the best move. Knight takes c6 is the best move. I guess. I mean, I don't believe this eval. 0.5 after knight c6 seems excessive. But Stockfish says knight c6 is best. So obviously, I am a better player than Bobby Fischer. Anyway, okay, queen g4, knight e5, bishop e5. Yeah, depth 16 is the problem. I'm being funny, of course, but, you know, still. Bishop f6, rook f3. White's actually probably much better already after this exchange. So it takes, you take. Like, let's look at it in an analysis board. Like, if you take, then I take. And now I'm getting this huge clamp. Rook f1, rook f6, rook g3 ideas as well. If f5 just takes, and then probably rook f1, you can't take. So queen e6, hitting the king, and then you collect the rook on f3. And if you don't, then like something like d4 just actually g3, g6 doesn't look right, because then black's going to launch with f5 or f6. But maybe still just e4 and then rook f1. And white should be doing very, very well here. You also have knight c4 ideas. Knight d6, support the pawn. Rook g3, hit g7. So yeah, this is probably quite good for white. So let's get back to the game. Queen e7, rook f1, a5. So a5, rook f, or a5, rook g3. Can we pause and run a raffle soon? Sure. Once we get through this game, before we get into the actual chapters, we'll do this. So bishop e5, fe5, f5. Kind of similar, actually. Takes. But the problem with this line is white takes. Very nice little in-between trick by Bobby. Because queen g7, rook f6, now you can't take on f6, and white's just up a pawn here. Let's see how good his technique was. g4, knight f3. Yeah, just knight h4. Yeah, Bobby's technique obviously was superb. So that was another win. Let's see, is there another game? There are no more games in this chapter. So you see at the end of the chapter, you'll see it says the sources. So you see, like, I think maybe one of the games was taken from the Nimzo Larson attack, move by Cyrus Lakdawala. There's something from Play 1 B3, Nimzo Larson attack, A Friend for Life by Ilya Odesky. Oh, and look at the next source, Nakamura games, OTB or online. And then you see database players games and Stockfish 10. So that's the list of the sources for the introduction. So that's the list. Of course, if you do it in learn mode, there would be a quiz at the end of this. But as you have to do every single move, it would take a bit long, and I don't particularly want to do that right now. So on that note, someone says retweet my tweet, please. Okay, let me see. I don't know what your tweet is, Chessbabe, but I will try to find it. I have to retweet something. Just give me 1 second. Who's this? Is this Chessbabe? Retweet? Okay. Okay, Chessable. Sorry, 1 second. Okay, there we go. Okay. All right. So on that note, we are going to do we're going to do another giveaway. So enter the giveaway by typing #1 and then a period and B3. So that's what you need to type to enter the hashtag. We're giving away another free membership to Chessable. Once again, you guys don't ask questions right now because we're doing the raffle. So if you have a question, just wait until after. Have I been tanning lately? I was in Hawaii for the last 2 weeks, so yes, I was out on the waves, out in the sky, out on the mountains, just living it up, living in the real world, away from all this terrible stuff called technology. And in the meantime, though, let's try to finish the raffle. 15 more seconds, you guys. You gotta type #1. Period B3. Thank you, Max Flower Mint Cup, for the sub with Twitch Prime. Thank you so much. Chessmate doesn't end the raffle. We just do it. We do it where you automatically get entered, and MooBot just randomly selects somebody. And in 5 seconds, I think MooBot is gonna tell us who the winner is. Let's see, who is the winner. Do we have a winner? MooBot says, MooBot added 3 more entries. Okay. And the winner is A. Petkov, actually a user that I know. A. Petkov has been drawn and is the winner of the second free raffle. A. Petkov obviously knows how to get in touch with Chessbay. That's not a big deal. A. Petkov is not a GM, is he? I don't think A. Petkov is a GM. It's rigged like the DNC is against Bernie. Right. Completely rigged. It'll be rigged when you see Chessbay win the next one, then Bruja Webb win the next one. Yeah. But A. Petkov is not a GM. But I think actually there is a GM with that last name, right? Isn't there an Alexander Petkov who is a GM? I think there is an actual GM with the last name of Petkov. So I think there is a GM with that same last name, though. And his first name's like Alexander or something. So anyway, all right, you guys. We're going to keep going. We're going to keep going with moving on. Let's go to the... let's go back to the... wait, sorry, I clicked on the wrong thing, but 1 second. Actually, let me click on chapters. What's going on? Oh, there's a Vladimir Petkov? Actually, what is going on? Is my internet bad or something? It's not loading the page. Stream's fine, so it's not my internet. Did Chessable just crash? I'm trying to go to the next chapter and I can't actually. Anything I click, it's stuck in this. Is that a fly? It's just stuck in this. I see the. Oh no, here we go. Okay, here we go. Let me click on. Okay. Come on, let's. Okay, there we go. Okay, there we are. Okay. I killed the site, it can't load anymore. Let's go to chapter 2. Okay, so it says 0 of 41 variations. Thank you, GM500, for the tier 1 sub. Thank you so much. Okay, so here we go. This, I think, starts to get a little bit heavier. As we look at the list, you'll see that it says E5 and D5 structure, the main line. E5 and D5 main line with bishop F3 and 10 queen G4. Not quite sure what that means. Oh, it's a different line. Okay, so we'll just click. We'll just click on this. So this is actually now like lines, so not just games. So let's see. So E3, which is correct. Bishop B5, Bishop B6, F4. Another position that Nakamura, whoever that loser is, has had probably at least 100 times as well. So Queen E7. I think the other next line is on Queen H4. Let me click analysis board. Next line I think is on Queen H4. So we'll get back to that in a second. But in this one we have Queen E7, Knight F3. I think, actually, you know what? I think maybe here, did I play F6? I might have had a game against Joe Bava where I was actually black in a blindfold game in China, where I played F6. Or maybe not. No, maybe it was Queen H4, Queen E7, Knight F3, F6. I had a game against Joe Bava where I was black, actually. Take care, it's raining. Ana, thank you so much for showing up. So Knight F3, Bishop G4. Of course, black can't just take on F4 because then Bishop G7. So takes, Bishop, Knight C3, hit the pawn on D5, Knight F6, castles, takes. Queen F4. Again, I think I've had this position before, and I don't think I've played Queen F4. So Queen F4 is actually a good move. Queen E7, Knight E2. And you see it says, white plans to bring the A1 rook to the F file and start an attack on the king's side. One useful idea might be Knight E2, G3, F5 takes G7, which will, with the F6 knight is not going to be defended. Then you see at the bottom it says, see how Richard Rapport handled this situation in model game number 3T, or model game 3. I was about to say model game T, because I think I was thinking of the Ford Model T for some reason. Anyway, so I can click on model game 3. Let's see. So we just go ahead. Right, so this is the game. So he plays rook F3. He did not play Knight E2, interestingly enough. Knight E4, Knight takes, rook F2. But see, actually the book is right, because when they say model game 3, rook F3 is an inaccuracy. Because this position is probably still good for white, but now you end up in a long-term endgame. And it's better for white, but it's not clear-cut. So I think they're right when they mention this, but Knight E2 is a superior move to rook F3. So Knight E2 first makes sense. Thank you to Clugs for the 500 bits, and I'll just mention why. So after rook F3, Knight E4, you can't keep the knight on the board. You have to just take. If you go Knight E2, here's Knight takes D2. And so when you play Knight E2, if black plays Knight E4, you play D3 to kick the knight goes away, and then you go Knight G3, you go Rook E1, you play for E4, maybe Knight F5 later, maybe even Queen A4 to hit the pawn on C6, you also have C4. So it's slightly better than this Rook F2 move. So So Ahmad is correct in saying that knight e2 is better for white instead of rook f3. However, what he should have mentioned is he should have mentioned that in the report game, rook f3 was played and not knight e2, because based on, you see knight e2, it says white is better, but then it says see the model game, which you would assume is from this position, which it's not. So maybe he could have mentioned that perhaps in the text here in the book. That might have made it a little bit better. Not a huge issue, but still. I think that it's worth noting that he should have mentioned that. Not a huge deal though. Let's go to the next page. So now we're going to look at e5, d5 main line. Same thing basically. Queen e7, knight f3. Bishop g4. fe5. Because wait, what did we look at before? We looked at bishop e5, right? I think it was black's supposed to take on e5. If black takes on f3, then it's a big blunder because white takes on d6. And now queen h4, g3, queen e4, just knight c3, queen g4, bishop e2, and white is winning. So this is a very short line. I think this one too, there's a test on it if you do it in learn mode. So it's worth noting. This is not a long explanation. Okay, so this is still the structure, main line. What is the difference? Let's keep going. Wait, what? Oh, this is just continuing the same line. So instead of queen g4 allowing bishop e2, queen f5 castles, and black is completely lost. So let's go to the next page. Let's see what this is. Okay, this is... Oh, this is just showing all the variations of why this queen h4 line loses. So let's keep going. Oh, this is more? Oh my gosh, this is just like every single line that's losing. So let's keep going. H3. What is H3? Let's see. F4. So the previous line that was mentioned was F takes E5. Here they also give H3 as an alternative. Bishop takes F3, Queen F3. I think this is another position that I've had many times. I think actually I've always played H3. I've never played F takes E5 online. I've always played H3. So little bit layout perhaps a little bit strange, but I get it. I think it would have been, just a very technical thing, but if I go back to this whole line, it would have made more sense to have all these lines with this bishop takes f3, which is a blunder, just in one compact file or just all in the text here, rather than spreading it out into 4 pages. But it's not a big deal, of course. So okay, let's go on. This is and this is f6, which is what I played against Jobava. I think I played f6 against Jobava in the World. It was in a blindfold event in China in 2015 or 14, I think. I think it was 2014. 2014, I think I had this position as black against Jobava. He played something like, I think it was like knight h4, knight h6. It was something very weird. I think it might have been like he played like knight h4, knight h6, and then he played like queen f3. I don't remember exactly, but it was something weird like this. So knight c3 is what's recommended. Bishop e6, castles, bishop c6, and white is obviously much better because after b takes c6, you go queen e2, idea queen a6, hitting the king, hitting the pawn. The structure is bad. Black's king side hasn't been developed yet. Like if he plays king b7, you can take and play knight a4. Ideas with knight c5 and queen a6 are coming as well, so this is pretty dangerous for black, and the king is very open here on the queen side. So this is just good for white. So let's keep going. Let's see. This is knight h6. This might actually be my Jobava game. Let's see. Is this my Jobava game? Did I play knight h6? I don't know if this is my Jobava game, but I know in my Jobava game there was some knight h6 that was played. I just don't remember what the position exactly was. Again, more lines, pretty straightforward. Again, very, very good for white. So let's keep going. This is just more of the same. No, this was queen h4. Sorry, wrong one. So this was queen h4, queen e7, knight f3. F6, knight c3, d4. Wow. Fe5, e4 looks pretty good for white. So yeah, I mean, this is. Let me just go back to the start now. Browse. So you see there are a lot of different variations. It's a lot of different pages to go through. Of course, you want to go through the whole book. I'm not going to go through the whole book, of course, because that would take way too long. Let's see what else if there's anything of interest. I want to see if there's anything of interest to Danya. E5 and d6, that's not what he plays. E5 and d6. No, he plays e5, knight c6. Thank you to G. Sisimborn for the 2 months. Thank you so much. E6 and d5. I'm looking for odds and ends. Okay, odds and ends, tactics and strategy. I'm kind of curious to see what this is here at the end of the book. I've never done this. Click solve. One move. Okay, it's queen f3. Oh wait, sorry, no, it's the wrong line. It's ed6, of course. Sorry, I'm stupid. Wait, what? No, that's not what I meant to do. 1 second, sorry. Okay, click this. Okay, so I click exercise 2. It's just... Wait, what? Wait, 1 second. One second, let me click this. I want to just... I click solve? Oh, I click solve. Oh, wrong one. Okay, so bishop e5 is correct. How do I go forward? Oh, sorry, I hit the wrong button. Sorry, okay, yeah. Thank you to the Sauce1244 for the 2 months. Okay, so let's keep going. So at the end of the book, you see there are more problems. So this one, it should be bishop g7, king f1. How do I go forward? Can someone tell me how to go forward? The arrow to the left, but that's his previous move. How do you just go forward? That's what I'm trying to figure out. I'm sure many of you use Chessable in chat, so someone could tell me. I just want to go to the next study. Right, but I can't click on this button on the right. It's like it's grayed out. I can only click the back one. I can't click this one to go forward. Oh, is it this? I hit that? It's 4? No, that doesn't do it. Yeah, I hit the 2 arrows, but then nothing happens. Oh, so then should I just hit exit and... Oh, okay, I think I understand what I should do. Let me see. Let's see. Okay, let's go back. Let's see. Well, its auto study is on now. So white to play, you would take. Right, but it doesn't it doesn't go automatically to the next one. How do I do this? Go back to the chapter? Yeah, I mean, I know I can go back, but that's just... Oh, okay, I just hit back. Okay, easy enough. Yeah, okay, so then let's keep going. Now, obviously, I haven't studied this, so like there are going to be problems here that I don't actually know. I'm assuming it's bishop b5 because that's what Hikaru has played. Nope, it's not. Hikaru is trash. I guess you take. Qua? What is bishop c4? Nah, come on. Hikaru would play bishop b5. I don't know. d3 doesn't seem like the best move. A little bit suspect. Oh, it's going to just make me do this. Okay. Little bit suspect. Little bit suspect. Little bit suspect. I'm not sure I believe in d3 there. Thank you to Moscatel for the 16 months. Let's do exercise 6. Control plus click on the next lesson. Okay. White to play and win. It should be knight d5 because you're going to win. Oh, nice. I can make arrows here. Nice. But on knight d5, does he have f5 is a question? So knight d5, f5. Feels like knight d5 is right, but knight d5, f5, and then what's... Knight d5, f5. No, but knight h5 actually is even worse. Because after knight h5, f5 just wins material because you can't keep the pin on the king. So it's I mean, it is knight d5, but now I have to find the next move is really the question. I guess you just... Oh, it's queen d1. I'm blind. Whoops. Yeah, it's queen d1. I'm completely blind. Rook d8. Okay, if rook c6 he takes, so it should just be queen d4. Yeah. Okay, so now I should just hit back. Next one. That one was fine. The previous one with d3 was a little bit strange. White to play and win, so it's kind of a little bit like a puzzle rush, I guess. Queen g6, king f8, knight east. No, queen. Queen g6, king e7. I mean, knight g8. Okay, it can't be queen g6. I mean, I guess it's knight g8, but that looks really, really weird. I think it's knight g8. No? Wow, king a1. Okay, not sharp. Okay, I'm gonna go back and focus now. Let's yeah. What am I like? That one completely fine. Yeah, the page at the bottom right doesn't do it. King a1. Wait, no, this isn't what I meant. Exercise 8. Exercise 8. Let's do this one. Okay. White to play and win, so this is a continuation of the previous one. Okay, bishop f6, just queen f6 is winning. Bishop f8. Yeah, I think it's bishop f8. Yeah. And rook h7, and takes, and mate. Thank you to Tiesticle for the 2 months. 2 months is almost too much. Thank you so much. Okay, that was not easy either. Let's go to number 9. Okay. Now, see, like this one, I mean, I'm sure the move is c4, but this isn't really a tactic in a sense. It's obviously c4 because you have to close the center. But that's a little bit surprising. Okay, let's go to number 10. Or I think I skipped one, but I'll do it out of order. So this is from model game number 8. Knight f3, rook e8, king f7. Queen f3. Wait, no, knight f3 is queen h5. It could be bishop g3, queen d8, knight f3, I suppose. Queen d8, knight f3. That looks right. I think it's right. No? Oh, it's g3? Wow. Oh, because... What is the difference? Oh, sorry, let me look at this in analysis board. Let me see. Okay, let me see. What is the difference? Or... Actually, wait, let me go... back? Or I can't go back? I can't go back? No, I can't go back. Whatever. I think bishop g3 is also winning. But, I mean... I think they both win. Let's try number 10. What? I mean, I guess you take and play bishop a3. I don't know what else it would be. But again, there's no difference. Like, you can also just play... I mean, I would assume you take, so you have knight b5. This one's a little bit weird. This one I don't understand at all. Because both moves... Like, bishop a3, bishop f8, like, I don't understand why that's so special. But it is what it is. Let's go on. Okay, now this position, this looks like one of my games probably. Like, this looks like one of my games. Like, g4 and h4 is fine. Rook d4 is what I would play in a blitz game instantly. But g4 doesn't look right. g4, h6. Oh, it is right. Model game 12. What are the odds this is my game? This must be... Yeah. Oh, look. Why am I surprised? Yes, of course. Look at who the game is. Very unsurprisingly, yes. This is Hikaru versus Vucar Rasulov. Yeah. I knew it had to be one of my games. I've had that position like a million times. It had to be one of my games. Yes, that's very unsurprising. Extremely unsurprising. Let's see. So... Right, so I knew it had to be one of my games. I figured it was like a game against Vucar or what's his name? Or like Duda or somebody. Yeah, rook d4. And rook c4, yeah. I mean, I've had this position 500 times, so that's hardly surprising. Let's go back. Okay, let's do number 13. This also kind of looks like one of my games. I don't know if it is. I mean, I would instantly play b4. I mean, b4 looks like the move that I would play. d4 also is good. It's one of the two. I don't know which one it is, but I'm betting it's b4. Let's see. Is this one of my games? Okay, well, again, why am I not surprised? It's like, yeah, it's like, thank you to Water Power 100 for the tier 1 sub. Thank you so much. Of course, it has to be one of my games. Yeah, cb4, knight d4 takes, and e6. Yeah. Yeah, so this is pretty classic. Okay, let's go back. Maybe they're all my games. It's possible. That would be really funny if they all are. White to play. I mean, I don't really understand the point. I mean, I assume it's just f4. Let's see. How did we get to this? Actually, I'm kind of curious. How did we get to this position? b6. D5. Because I think normally when I get this position, I play like rook d1. Normally, like a rook fd1 or ad1. But you get this from how? Because white builds the center and black plays e5. That's how you get this. Okay, that makes sense too. Okay, so let's go on. Exercise 15. I am going to do the endgame one, you guys, as well. So after this, I'll try to do some portion of the endgame. Endgame one as well. Bishop g4 looks pretty logical. Knight e6 takes bishop e4. There's also knight g... Oh, no, there's just queen g7. What am I doing? Of course. Yeah, okay. So, number 16. Let's keep going. I mean... I don't understand this one, so I assume it's d5. Strange, but... That's the only move that makes any sense, so let's keep going. This is white to play. Knight d5 is a move. Knight b5 is a move. d5. Actually, g4 looks like what Hikaru would play. I have a feeling I've had this position, but it says it's from theory line. It says it's from a theory line, so I don't know for sure it's one of my games, but g4 is totally a move I would play. Let's keep going. This is definitely one of my games. I'm almost certain of it. I'm almost certain this is like one of my games against Danya. Yep, it's correct. Let's see. No, it's not one of my games. Oh, very sad. Very sad. I was almost sure that it was. Oh, very sad. So rook h5, yeah, and just bishop f5. Okay, I mean, if black moves the knight, like, let's do it in an analysis board. If black moves the knight to, like, f8, you just take. This is hanging. You've got f4 and h6 coming as well. It's just really, really bad for black. So, okay. So, yeah, let's go back. Let's keep going. Number 19. This is... White has, what, 2 pieces for... I mean, knight e4, maybe? It's probably winning, but I don't know if it's best. I suspect there are multiple moves that win here. I'll just play it. I mean... Okay, bishop g6 is probably winning. Everything is probably winning. I assume it's bishop g6 and rook h5, queen f2. Okay, rook g3. Whatever. Same difference. Not a big deal. Let's keep going. Is this the same one? Yeah, it's the same one. Sorry, let me go back. Number 20. Okay, white to play and win here. Okay, so f6 is probably good. Knight h5 is just free pawn. Knight c3 is also good. These sorts of exercises are a little bit strange just because, like, there's so many moves that are good for one side, but I mean, knight c3 is the move that looks correct to me, but I don't know. I mean, knight h5 maybe? Okay, c4. Okay, like, I mean, I guess that's just a theme. Rather weird. That's a very weird one. But let's keep going. Okay, this is white to play and win. Queen e4 allows queen d4. I was assuming it's takes and queen h3. Maybe it's just queen h3 right away, though. Yeah, it is. Model game 21. This one, I have no idea. This is not one of my games. Ah, this is a report game against me. So, okay, that makes sense, yeah. Okay, let's go to 22. This is white to play and win. Knight b5 looks strong. Knight e4 also looks strong. Both moves look pretty good. Yeah, the model game thing, I do like the concept. I mean, both moves are good, but I guess it's knight e4. There's no difference between the two moves, though. It's the same thing. Knight b5 and knight e4 are the same thing. They both work. Strange. They both work, so that's a little bit weird. Let's go on. Number 23. This is what white to play and win. It must be knight d5, right? And d4 takes and knight d7. This might be one of my games. I don't think it is, but it might be. It looks like something it could be, but it's not. Yeah, it's Jobava against Jobava against Shakriar. Okay, so let's keep going. Number 24. This is another variation from that game. Like this one I don't understand because again it's bishop d5. I don't know what the move here is because bishop d5 just rook e7. I mean d4 is. I mean everything is playable. I don't know what the move is. Oh wait. Okay, h4. Okay. I mean again very. If I looked at the book I would see it. Otherwise there's no reason that I would think about it. So okay, let's go on. 25. I mean queen h3 obviously. Sorry, what? Knight f5? Knight f5, rook g1. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's... If I look through the games, I would know it, but kind of just some strange ones in here. h4 is especially weird. Okay, this I think is one of my games, actually. This looks like something that I would have. Knight h3, queen g4... Knight h5, gh5. Yeah, what is the move? I mean, knight h3 is good. c5. I mean, this is just kind of random. What? Something just explode? Markets? Something happened in the markets or something? Knight g6 doesn't make any difference. Yeah, this one's confusing. I don't understand what the solution is. Maybe it's just e4 with rook d6. I don't. Oh, queen d1. Okay, that is slightly thematic. I should have seen that. That one I should have seen. So let's go to 27. White to play. I mean, this feels again rather arbitrary. I mean, knight e2 is playable. This seems arbitrary. I guess it's just g5. What is this game? Oh, Jobava versus Ma. Okay, actually, I think I know where this game was played. I think this game was played in Dubai. I think it was in Dubai, but I could be wrong. Let's keep going. Let's go to 28. The board seems small. I'm just trying to get as much of the board as I can in for you. Maybe you can make the board bigger somehow, but I don't know. Oh, we're down 7.8, so it's still about the same. What is this? White to play. Okay, what exactly is the point here? Okay, d5. I mean, okay, that's just strange. I assume there was some tactic, but strange. Okay, number 29. Let's see. This should be knight f5. Yeah. Model game 24. Is this also? This is a Jobava game. Yeah. Okay. 3/4 of the screen is empty space. There's not much I can do about that, though. Not much I can do about that. Maybe that's something they could improve on their own. Okay, what is this? Takes knight g5. I mean, ed5 surely. Yeah. Okay. What is this? This is a weird one. Oh, it's a Jules Mussard game against Luca Moroni. What is this? Ah, this is f6. Queen h4, knight f3. Wow, okay. And then just knight e4 and you crush. Yeah. Huh. Interesting. Interesting one. Let's look at number 31. Okay, same game. There's definitely a sack here. You can also play rook h7. You can also just take and take. Knight g5 looks pretty clean. I know it's right. Okay. That also works. Fair enough. Okay, let's keep going. 32. Yeah, I mean, the problem is in that one there are multiple lines that win. Now this must be d4. This looks like one of my games. It's probably one of my games, right? No, it's not. It's a Petrosian game. Although I've had this position many times with white. Okay, next one, 33. Thank you to Dr. Chess Gremlin for giving us up to John Bartholomew. Thank you so much. And obviously you take with the C knight. Okay, let's go on to the next one. So queen d4 is always a move. Actually, isn't queen g4 the move that... I mean, queen g4 is queen g4, bishop f8, knight d5 in the earlier one. So if it's not right, then so be it. Okay, because it was queen g4, bishop f8, and then knight d5, f5, queen d1, rook d8, queen d4 was the first one. So not a big deal either way. Let's keep going. Number 35. Okay, this is white to play and win again, or not to win, but to be better. I mean, king h1 looks like the obvious move. I don't know if it's right. It's probably not right. Oh, it is right. Fair enough. Let's go on. 36. White to play and win. Surely it's h5 and h6, I would assume. Yeah, of course it is. Let's keep going. 37. I think they're 44. My BTT TV stopped working. Okay. Knight d5 looks very obvious. I don't really know what other move it could be. Knight b5 looks too weird. G4. Wait, what? So knight takes g4 and then what? Knight g4 and then what? Knight e4? Fe4? Strange. Don't really understand that one. If g4 is definitely a move, but there should be more moves after knight takes g4. This one is the... Wait, this is just like the one that I did before. I think it's knight d5, right? Because it's rook b8, knight e7. Let's keep going. A couple of these are very similar to previous ones. Knight e4, knight c... Again, if knight c4 isn't the move, I don't know what the move would be. What, g4? Okay. Okay, let's keep going. Number 40. Yeah, if you see the model game, it makes more sense for sure. But I'm just doing it without having looked at this. This is from the game Jobava, Nakamura Blindfold. So this is the game I was talking about earlier, although it's not listed as a model game. So this is obviously winning for white somehow, but I don't know how. Queen d7, rook d8, rook f8? No. Is there a way to trap... No, rook f2, queen g6 doesn't do anything. I mean, rook f2 actually seems like a very logical move. But it can't be right because this is a tactic, surely. But I'll see. Bishop a3. Okay, nice move. Hard to see in blindfold. Yeah, but I mean, queen e6 just like... Queen e6, he just moves the rook away. I move to like rook d8, and then... I don't know. I mean, white's winning probably multiple ways, actually. But yeah, he did something wrong, and then I won that. That was a long game. Okay, white to play and win. Okay, this is wrong. Okay, yeah. Okay, let's go on. Number 42. I mean, knight g6 looks obvious. Yeah, and just rook f6. I don't know. Queen e1 or... I mean, I guess d5? Yeah, okay. Okay, let's keep going. Number 43. This is white's playing win. I assume you just sack everything, right? Just sack and knight e4. Oh, it keeps going. Wow. Queen f1. Okay. I mean, strange. Oh wait, it keeps going even beyond here. Wow. Knight g3 or queen f4. Guess queen f4. I'm like rook f1. Knight g3. Find another move. Really? Okay. Strange. Let's go on. Last one. E4, so it should be bishop g7. And alright, so that's all the exercise at the end. So that's if you go through the whole book, then you have like these exercises at the very end. So most of that makes sense if you've gone through the whole book. I don't think you should read Discord. Okay.